Cool. What's the name of the project?
So this new EP is called You Are With Me. It's sort of a B-sides to the first EP I put out in 2022. I wanted to do another set of songs that were written and recorded for other friends' projects, but I wanted to do them in kind of my voice. The title track, You Are With Me, was written with Sandra McCracken back in 2017. It's actually the song that I think of this whole batch of songs that really means the most to me. When Jesus leaves us and says, I give you my spirit, there is this promise of his presence. He doesn't promise that we're not gonna wait. He doesn't promise that it's not gonna be hard. And so I felt like in that season for me, that is what we needed to sing. And I remember thinking about how I felt in the moment of writing that song was really somber and sad and almost desperate. And so I sat down to do the pre-production for this song, and it was just me and a piano, just really gentle and quiet and tender. And I needed it to be that way to reflect how it was started.
You walk beside me through darkest valleys. I know you are with me.
1,000 Shores was on the Citizens record. Zach has become one of my good friends, Zach and Natalie. They live close by, and so our families have become really close. That song has just meant a lot to me, so I'm thrilled that it made it on this record.
You read my heart like an open book. You write my story and call it good.
A couple of songs from the Porter's Gate Project. I have really loved being a part of that community of people who take social initiatives and they talk about them in the context of the church, and how are we creating dialogue for the church around these issues. So Hold It All was written for the record we did around work and worship. That I have another song on this project called Good to Me. We wrote songs for that record out on Keats Island in British Columbia for the church around this conversation of mental health. So what does it look like to have a conversation in the church and songs for worship around this idea of coming alongside people with mental health challenges? And the last song on this project is called Let It Be Lovely. I wrote that with my friend Hannah Hobbs from Hillsong, and it was on her project Sundown. Jess Ray and I co-produced this project, and we went back down to Foxton Studios. Jared engineered, edited, mixed. We had a great team of instrumentalists this time, musicians. Andrew Osinga played electric guitar, Jacob Schroet on drums, Matthew Melton on bass, Kara Fox on cello.
God, we bring you the work of our hands now. Lay it down, lay it at your feet.
This is just a collection of songs, I think, for me that really embody the closeness of God. If the last project, All That I Need to Know, was kind of this more aerial 30,000-foot view of the truths about God, I think this batch of songs is really more of this down deep, intimate, more like visceral side of like God and his witness. There's some goodness and truth, but also some discovery and some longing. My faith journey, my relationship with God is ever changing. And I think you can hear that in these songs.